the Korean American story is a great American story.
Hello, this is Dr. Jeff Kim, and it's an exciting day today because we have NBC Universal, the news agency, coming to Cambridge Virtual Academy in the Anaheim Union High School District to check out our Korean American Studies course.
This fall, the Anaheim Union High School District is offering Korean American Studies virtually.
The Anaheim Union High School District is offering Korean American Studies virtually. The course is believed to be the first ever in the U.S.
Most importantly, I'm excited about giving our students the opportunity to take a course that really empowers their voice and brings out identity in the classroom.
I'm super excited about it. I think it's important that that all voices are heard, but in particular, I'm really excited that the Asian American voice and Korean Americans are going to be highlighted.
That's right. The Anaheim Union High School District is offering Korean American Studies virtually. NBC4's Ted Chen has those details.
Maybe you've listened to K-pop, but have you ever heard of Young-Ok Kim? He's the first Asian commander of a U.S. Army battalion. They'll both be part of a new course offered by the Anaheim Union High School District on Korean American Studies. It's believed to be the first ever in the U.S.
It's a first of a kind.
Dr. Jeff Kim says he came up with the idea for the course as he saw the increasing number of anti-Asian hate incidents. He says he wanted to help students better understand who they are and where they come from.
If I were to ask a child, what is your parent's story? What is your parents' parents' story? Oftentimes they don't know their parents' story.
Students like Audrey Lee, Jaden Han, and Daniel Han told us they've heard bits and pieces from their immigrant parents and grandparents, but they say much of Korean American history has been a mystery. The class, they believe, will be an eye-opener.
It's a great opportunity.
It's not me just learning about Korean history, it's me learning about who I am as a Korean American.
The most important thing to me was that it allows me to build myself an identity and a character.
Kim says the course will cover the immigration of Korean Americans, their settlement in the U.S., and their journey through historic events like the L.A. riots. He says he hopes the course will benefit students from all backgrounds.
When they hear these stories, it will give them a strength. It will give them a feeling of resilience.
I had no idea it would take this long for the first course to be developed. So I can't even put into words how excited I am and that my son gets to benefit.
We have such a unique past, and it's just something that that I can be proud of.
In the end, it'll help me to just really empathize and really look at the world in a new light.
Actually, when I cross this line here, even though we're in Los Angeles, the Consul General actually represents the Republic of Korea. So I'm going to step over and actually be going into Korea. All right, here we are now at the Consul General's residence. We're in the Republic of Korea.
아나하임 유니온 하이스쿨 디스트릭은 미주 한인들의 이민 역사와 인물, 타인종과의 관계 등을 배울 수 있는 한인 인종 연구 과목이 오는 가을부터 진행될 예정이라고 밝혔습니다.
And so we asked, where are we going? What are we doing there? Well, we're headed to the Hill, Capitol Hill.
The President of the United States and Dr. Biden.
This is Dr. Jeff Kim, super excited about traveling out to the East Coast, Washington, D.C., where I've been invited by President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden to attend the state ceremony between the United States of America and the Republic of Korea. This marks the 70th year of alliances between our two countries, and so it's an opportunity to bridge and make those connections, and I get to be invited and be a part of that special moment where our country, the United States, is welcoming another country at the White House.
I'm Josie Huang, and I discovered that students in the Anaheim Union High School District have gotten way more than they expected. 40-some teens log into their class from their laptops. They're from 7 different schools, so virtually is the only way they can meet. Teacher Jeff Kim beams at them from a square on the screen and kicks off the class with a motto of sorts.
In order for the tree to grow tall, you have to know your roots.
They're saying you have to know your roots. That's why Kim is teaching them the Korean American stories he wishes he had heard as a kid.
My name is Audrey Lee, and this is my story.
So 3 things about me is I play volleyball, I love hanging out with friends, and I am Korean American.
So today I'm going to be talking about my story and kind of the things that I like. I'm involved with my school's ASB team. Like I said, KCA, which is the Korean Culture Awareness Club. I have a picture of myself and my dad. Over the summer, we went to Taylor Swift's Eras tour. And since I'm a big fan, it was a really great experience for me. And I think my dad liked it as well. I was born in South Korea and I moved to America when I was first to third grade. I went back to Korea and then I came back to America when I was in the middle of 8th grade. I'm actually half Korean, a quarter Chinese, and a quarter Japanese. I'm Korean American myself, but my knowledge of Korean Americans is so limited. So why study Korean American history? We know Korean history, we know American history, but we don't really know about Korean American history.
I chose Korean American Studies because as a Korean American student myself, I was never really given the opportunity to learn about my own culture and background.
When I was little, my mom used to play K-pop a lot, specifically like 21 and Girls' Generation, and would say, "Oh yeah, you're Korean too," and I was like, "What?" And I was really confused, and I was like, "So what are they talking about?" And she wouldn't know, I wouldn't know, because her mom never taught her how to speak Korean, and thus, I never learned. But nonetheless, their music helped me and my mom form a strong bond.
I had always considered my Korean background and kind of its history as a concept that's completely different and separate from American history, almost like they were in two completely different worlds. My goal in this class is to take what I learn and apply it to my own community and my future as I grow up. Goal for this class is to learn more about these connections and not only find my own historical identity as a Korean American, but also share these stories and help other people understand theirs too. I'm really enjoying this class so far. I was initially a little bit nervous about taking a virtual class since I've never taken one before, but I'm really glad that I took this opportunity.
His class quickly drew signups from Korean American students like freshman Celine Park.
Growing up as a Korean American, there had always been this sort of gap between my Korean culture and identity and the American culture that I'd grown up with.
But the class was never meant to be just for Korean Americans. In fact, a quarter of students are not Korean American. Junior Abigail Tafese says she brings her perspective as an Ethiopian American to lessons. Something she says that really stuck with her was how the model minority myth was used to drive a wedge between Asian American and Black communities.
In a Korean American class, you come in and you expect to learn about Korean Americans, which we do learn about that primarily, but you also get to see how other communities were affected at the same time.
Welcome! So we got programs, we have stickers, we have all our stories of resiliences, and then of course we have our students. What's happening today?
So today's our Korean American Studies Night of Resilience, where we're going to be sharing our stories of resilience with like our parents, friends, etc.
I think it's a really cool event because we get to share our stories of resilience to not just our classmates but to all of our parents and just like maybe our friends' parents or just anyone here. I think it's a great opportunity for others to learn about our stories of resilience and learn about how they can tell their own stories of resilience.
Yeah, well, I'm the Family and Community Engagement Specialist here at CVA, and obviously us being a whole district school, we really do embrace everything that we do throughout the community, including our Korean American community, and this is a special event for us at CVA, us being the first in the nation, so we're super excited to be able to host it here, be able to organize it, and set up the location, so we're super excited.
Now, it's amazing that these 7 schools have come together. Once again, we have never met face-to-face, but you're going to see students who have student work, who have coordinated this night together. In a little bit, you'll see them introducing themselves, and you'll be hearing them share their dedication of the work that they've done to some of the amazing people here.
이 디스트릭의 학생으로서 좋은 기회를 일단 가지게 돼서 다행이고요.
너무 영광이고 또 이런 기회를 갖게 되어서 정말 감사하게 생각합니다.
Well, we are a very unique school. We are 100% virtual, but we are also a course-based academy, and we are able to house classes like the Korean American Studies course, as well as many other very innovative classes.
Jenny, tonight, what are we going to be doing? What is kind of the flow of the agenda?
Tonight, we want to acknowledge some of our very special guests. We also want to introduce our Korean American Studies core group and the community. We will also be doing an introduction to what is this course so that everyone will know what we're trying to accomplish. And we will have a panel of Korean American Studies students and parents, as well as the highlight of tonight, which is going to be the Korean American Studies Stories of Resilience dedications.
Perhaps the most surprising thing to students was what they discovered about themselves. One of the assignments Jeff Kim gave his students was to write their family histories. Kim says in the case of Korean Americans, immigrants have had to live through the generational trauma of Japanese occupation, the Korean War, and moving to the U.S.
Oftentimes, families are not talking about their story, and they are certainly not seeing their story as a story of resilience because they're so busy just surviving, just making a living.
But the assignment got families talking. Xiong Lee is a freshman in the class.
I found having conversations with my mom and things I didn't know about her before.
Her mom, Heejin, revealed she'd given up a career teaching music at a university to move to the U.S., where she's now a full-time mom.
She never told me that, and I thought that was a pretty important life event.
Her mom's love of music had been fostered by her grandfather, named Lee Sang-gyeon, who's been described as Korea's Tchaikovsky. Heejin fondly shared how her grandfather took her to concerts. I'm reminded of the old days, Heejin says, and the passion for what I did. Xiong says she's not sure when she would have learned all this about her mom, but if her class has taught her anything, it's that some of the most important history is right in front of you.
Can't wait to join this class with you. This is Korean American Studies with Dr. Kim through CBA e-learning. My email is kim_je@auhsd.us. Talk to a counselor near you for Korean American Studies through e-learning. Dr. Jeff Kim. See you soon.